All right, folks, we're back. Once again, thank you for watching that commercial break. For those who don't know just how awesome you're being to us, Twitch is running this promotion up until December 31st where all broadcasters, so not just us, any of your favorite streamers, any of your favorite broadcasters on Twitch, they're getting 50% additional ad revenue on every commercial break, so it's helping out a ton, guys. I'm looking forward to finally seeing a nice-looking paycheck. So those of you guys who are watching our commercials, you have our sincerest gratitudes. But looks like they're doing vetoes right now. herO versus INnoVation. Nothing's changed there, except for I need to change the title of the stream. Boom. herO versus INnoVation. This is a rematch. For those who didn't see, it was the semifinals, and it was actually not so one-sided. It was 2-1 in the favor of INnoVation. We had asked at that point, too, like, you know, has he dropped a game at this point? And the answer was no. herO was the first person to take a map off him.
Right. So maybe that means he knows some secret? I don't really think so, though. Like, the one game he took off, it was a surprise, and maybe he has another one up his sleeve, but I don't know. It's like like very close timing with a bunker.
I mean, I agree. This isn't a game or a series where you got one cheeky strategy in your back pocket, and that's how you beat a player as great as INnoVation. But just that reminder here, you know, INnoVation went 3-2 versus Classic. PvP is not exactly a walkover for him, you know? Maybe it's the player, maybe it's the matchup. Either way, I'm excited to see how this plays out. Again, $1,400 going to first place, $400 to second. We got Rooks1 just reset for 11 months in a row, and it says soon to be a year. Yeah, man, I'm excited to send you a Partoof. Make sure you stick around for one more month. Mirror1989 just had the pleasure of rescalping for 21 months. It says, always a pleasure, BaseTradeTV. Spelled pleasure wrong, but I'll overlook it. Real talk, Ace Cringe is pretty crucial. Nope.
Well, by, you know, saying it, you've not overlooked it.
I think it was part of the charm of reading it that way. Anyways, as far as what's going on beyond this, we don't have anything else we're going to be casting today. I've actually had a couple of people request upon leaving whether we could rebroadcast this or not. I'll put a maybe on that. Rebroadcasts are not exactly easy for me to set up and do, but we had so many good games today, I would certainly not want people to miss out on them. But I'm more concerned and more excited for tomorrow's event. So if you guys woke up bright and early at 3 a.m. Pacific to watch this, I hope you're willing to do it one more time, because tomorrow we're going to be casting Make Korea Great Again, number 2. Signups for it are looking pretty nice so far, and prize money last week we managed to take it from $100 up to $426. I would certainly love to see that number grow once again. But I already have some people interested in, well, I can't say much more than that, but this is something that we could possibly run more than just 1 month, is all I'm gonna say. All we gotta do is keep showing good numbers for it, so tune in, guys, please.
That's all I'm saying.
That being said, we're gonna get into Echo for this cup. Now, people are saying I've been saying Lei Feng wrong. Lei Feng? I'm not sure how it's pronounced, but I was actually talking to the organizer about this, because funny enough, I ran into him in an Overwatch game. Which is what led to us casting this again, by the way, or part of it, but whatever. Point of it is, I was like, what does it mean? What is Lei Feng? And I guess he's some great guy. I don't know if he was like in the war or what, but yeah, he's
helped a bunch of people.
Yeah, he's like highly regarded person in China, so it's kind of cool. I never really considered doing something like the Martin Luther King Cup or anything like that, you know?
Yeah.
The Hercules Weekly.
The alternative. Hercules actually wasn't that good of a guy. Any Greek myth is not actually that great.
Yeah, well, I mean, they involved turning into animals and kind of having sex with women.
Well, and again, Hercules kind of like killed his wife and then like felt bad about it, so tried to make up for it. It's not quite heroic.
Yeah, but Zombie Grub, 0 to hero.
Disney had to definitely change that one.
No, Greek mythology is like one of those things where it's like, no, I don't want to take a dig at anyone's religion, so I'm gonna avoid the way I'm gonna phrase that. But it's silly how stories get out of hand, I guess. Because I want to know where this began, where the story was, so Zeus turned into a duck and had sex with a woman. Like, is that just some guy who was trying to get out of getting caught cheating, or a wife who was trying to get caught not cheating type thing? So she makes up a story like, oh, it was a god, husband, dear husband, you don't understand. He was, he was, oh, there's feathers, a goose. He was a goose. A goose came in, and...
Well, that's how I had my goose baby. No, I don't know about that because I actually don't. I didn't research it enough to know about this, but I know like that's like everyone's first like idea. But then I feel like I've heard other like suggestions. It's basically just like they didn't really. The religion wasn't the same as ours.
Oh! Oh, INnoVation
So,
just made a huge mistake. What? He got caught on camera? Embarrassing.
oh,
Sorry.
did he put on this one mineral patch?
Yeah, go on. Sorry.
Calm down there. But anyways, that they didn't treat this. It was really storytelling. It wasn't like they built pantheons and they built statues, but because they really liked art, not because they were like, well, you gotta pray at the, temple 50 times a day or anything like that.
Yo, I would
and
build a pantheon.
they thought the stories were really amusing and
If
they could relate to the gods.
If I had the money and the resources to build a pantheon to INnoVation, I think I might just do it.
Yeah, but then of course you'd make people pray there.
Yes.
And then in Age of Mythology, if you pray there, you get favor to build like cool minotaurs and shit.
Nice RTS, bro. All right, well, we saw a little bit of a hiccup proving that this guy is, in fact, a human being. He can make mistakes. In the bottom right side, we got the Red Terran player, INnoVation.
In the top left as the blue Protoss, he's herO.
And again, quick reminders that this is the grand finals. We didn't get confirmation. I asked, but I didn't get confirmation on how the whole losers bracket affects the winner here. But INnoVation's going to have to lose for us to run into that scenario, and we'll find out how it works in a little bit. But, man, he's been playing this really well. He's taken on quite the Protoss roster leading up to this. Again, he defeated Zest with a clean 2-0. He already beat herO 2-1, sending him to the losers bracket. The rematch comes in, and we know from experience there's a little bit of rematch magic that tends to go for the loser when it's the second time they meet. But, I don't know, INnoVation's just been looking so clean with his wins. I can't say that I'm worried for him.
Sorry, what did you say?
I can't say that I'm worried for him.
Oh, okay. Bing!
Oh, do you have Twitch alerts on? You heard the bits?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bing!
I really gotta find a way to disable that for 1 bits. I really don't need that sound in my ear for 1 bit. That's for certain.
Wow, some guy's getting really passionate about it.
Yeah, I see that. Oh my god, that Reaper got obliterated. Okay, well, INnoVation kicking off with the factory. He's going to follow up with a quick starport. I'm guessing Widow Mines. I mean, you can't really go wrong with them.
No, I mean, the Widow Mine drop is not technically the safest opener. It is if you play it appropriately, which is to say if you follow up with tanks and make sure to actually get a scout, so you're not surprised by like a Dark Shrine. Which it allows you to scout, and it allows you to get into decent defensive positioning, so it is a nice build. The hero is going to go for some very quick robot. That's like the quickest robotic they I've ever seen. The Nexus still hasn't been done.
Disruptor drops, though. That's going to be fun to see. Actually, this is a build, I mean, Neeb, Puck, like players that you wouldn't expect got a lot of really good success versus Terran off this. I really, really want this to be Disruptor drops and not something really stupid like Fast Colossus.
Right? I'm like a little worried those Fast Colossus. Oh, it's a Fast Observer. Well, you gotta get the Warp for that.
Well, that robust to finish up. But whatever. Cancels it. Actually, I love that he does this in this way, because canceling the Observer is kind of whatever. But if he saw that the medevac would be hitting around now, the Widow Mines would have been here, they would have had detection ahead of time. Unfortunately, this is not going to time out the way I think he wanted it to, but it was a nice just in case.
Yeah. Well, this is going to be able to scout what's going on. And there really isn't, like, even with the Observer, there isn't really a lot of units to use to... If INnoVation had a second medevac drop, if this was, like, Euthermal playing, herO might have been in a little bit of trouble, but it's not. It's just INnoVation's typical one base medevac drop, and he is going to see everything. Ha!
I want to give a big shout out to this P3ZZZZ guy in chat, by the way. Oh, wait, hold the phone. Okay, the splits aren't so bad. That could have been much worse. But on the topic of INnoVation's SCV control, he says, oh man, I accidentally pressed S when boxing drones like 5 times starting out. Yeah, I still do that from time to time. Like select drone being like SD and on hotkeys, and I'm just like way too fast and way too ahead of myself. I will screw my mineral line over so many times. I'm not good with Zerg. Oh, 5 is a nice start.
Yeah, that's nice.
Was it herO? Who was it that got that amazing hit versus Ryung? Was that Classic?
It was Classic.
Ah, we've seen some really disgusting Disruptor drops in recent times, and this is a good hit, but it's nothing close to the best one we've seen. Widow Mine, though, looking to catch that Warp Prism.
Oh, sucker.
Oh, and
that Marine actually could have killed it. No.
Well, there's that, but also he had dropped the disruptor at such an inopportune time. The splash damage hit the disruptor too. That should have taken no damage, safely nestled inside the warp prism.
Awkward. The Viking was also looking for blood. I mean, herO can't really return without Warp Prism, unfortunately. He knows there's going to be Widow Mine somewhere, and it's so low, it could even be targeted by a couple of Marines, if not the Widow Mine. So I think that's kind of it for the Disruptor drop, unless he really wants to play fast and lose with it.
It's not like he can't use this going forward, though. I mean, obviously the Colossus coming out, it's going to be really nice. It's tanky, can force some earlier Marauders and all that, but the Disruptor, if not dealt with correctly, can devastate armies. It is such a ridiculous unit sometimes.
Oh, sure, yeah. It is going to be a lot of splash to deal with for INnoVation, but his splits and control have been pretty good, so I believe. It's going to be an extra couple of gateways, too. I mean, I think herO still will expand, but he's definitely getting production and tech before the third base, so kind of like the other way to play Protoss. Oh, dear lord. As opposed to the plentiful gateways into fast third base with some decent upgrades, which he kind of tried in the last series without the upgrades, and that actually played a pretty big part of their best of three. But anyway, it's fast Colossus here.
By the way, some folks in chat really wishing that this had some Zerg in it. If you really are hungry for some Zerg, the Corsair Cup this week actually had a fantastic ZVC Finals with Snoot and a Laser that I would absolutely recommend checking out if you get the time for it.
You wanted Z, not ZVZ?
Zed versus Zed.
Don't talk like that.
I would have liked INnoVation Dark, I think, for sure. But herO's putting up a really good fight this time around. I mean, he was already dead at this point in the previous series. Like, this is a much better start for him. The problem is, though, with Colossus coming out so quickly, and Stalkers with Blink, and weapon upgrades and tech, it's a lot of gas that's not going into a lot of Stalkers, and you're going to need a lot of Stalkers to deal with these Liberators.
Well, by the time INnoVation moves out, hopefully herO's third base would have kicked in. And of course all of his upgrades will have kicked in as well. INnoVation, he is going for fairly quick, like, Liberators, like bulking Liberators. He never really did the whole push with bio thing. He didn't do any drops. It has just been defensive and into Liberators, which is probably like the better thing to do. When Protosses have 2 Colossus and a handful of units on the ground, they can kind of control for a little bit. It's a little scary to push into them. And of course, herO's already at 3. Yeah, he's already at 3 Colossus. So, I guess INnoVation just figured he wouldn't be able to do anything.
Man, I like that the fusion core is coming down. I know it's not gonna be for battle cruisers, it's gonna be for that Liberator range. So,
yep.
Sadly, watch this tech lab.
Very keen on getting Liberator range. That is the difference between, like, I should count this one time, but how many swipes does a Colossus get if he doesn't have Liberator range?
How many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop?
Beat you to it, yeah, exactly. But it can be a seriously big difference. Like, Liberators technically aren't a counter to Colossus, and Colossus are technically a counter to Liberators, but their dynamic between the two and everything else they have in the army is actually pretty interesting.
Man, I wish Liberators got cool ass spikes that came out of like these Colossus do. That skin though.
How would an airplane have spikes?
So they can cut through the air faster. Same reason you put flame decals on it so that it goes faster. Hello? These are brains, Zombie.
One actually makes sense.
No, it doesn't. It would just create more dragon airflow. It wouldn't make you faster at all if you're adding on spikes. Now, if you have a spiked design, that's different. Anyways, sorry, this is a cast, not an education session. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm being so pretentious. I take it all back.
You're also so fucking wrong. Too.
I know.
Kill you. Anyway, so this is actually a very scary point. herO has 4 Colossus, and the Liberator count is not that high.
Oh, up here in the cliff, I was like, where did that Widow Mine shot come from? We got a really nice bit of splash. The tank takes out most of the Stalkers, but they do remove the Liberators from the equation. However, 3 to 4 Liberators at a time, not difficult for INnoVation to replace. That tank, he's silent MVP right now.
Yeah, he did a lot of damage, but I don't know about the Colossus and what they were shooting. I mean, I assume they were shooting a good amount of bio, but yeah, I think they should have been all targeting the same location. It turns a little bit awkward because, of course, the Colossus do still need a little bit of fodder, and they cannot deal with Liberators by themselves. So, herO is a little dangerous. He's on the cusp of, like, maybe losing his army if INnoVation ever felt like pushing out the good concave, or that Widowmine keeps getting damaged.
This guy,
on.
he's not killing a lot, but he's actually, like, both of the shots in the Widowmine in the last minute have been absolutely fantastic. Core of the Colossus, this time on the core of the Stalkers. Liberators do try and set up. They're a little bit out of position for this. The Marauder count's not that high, but he's still going to give chase. He's got to be careful. Normally, Marauders would be no problem when you've got this many Colossus, but the army's low. There's not that many medevacs. He's having trouble healing up even the stim damage.
Yeah. He is getting to that amount of Liberators that he no longer has to stim back and forth. His Liberators will probably be able to scare herO away. herO is down 30 army supply. He was down an upgraded majority this time, too, so it has been a little more scary for him.
Oh, the forward blink's going to catch a lot of the Stalkers. The Liberators with the range going to reach past the Colossus and look for those shots. This might be where INnoVation breaks herO. Force field's looking good, though, and the splash damage from the Colossus start turning this around.
Yeah, without the Liberators and those force fields that are on top of the Marines made it so good for herO. It's still dangerous for him, but he now has 5 Colossus and is hopped onto the Liberators before they were sieged up, and the Colossus are just ripping through the Marauders even now.
I mean, Colossus have never looked this good versus Terran Bio, in terms of Marauders at least, until like this game, seriously. I'm shocked. Finally the base is broken, he gets in here, the Liberators are not enough, and INnoVation is the one who's in a lot of trouble.
He is. I think he's been broken. He depended so much on the Liberators, and when they weren't protecting his army, and he didn't have a good concave either, that really was what broke his back. GG.
GG. Well, that's going to give herO a nice lead in the series for somebody who was knocked out by his opponent so early. Question in chat is, how is Colossus a counter to Liberators? It's not a counter. The way we've described this is best in terms of just it forces the game to go in a different direction. It's the same way a counter unit would. The range, the tankiness, the damage, it's also threatening and scary. But more on that afterwards. We're going to go to a commercial break. Game 2 of the Grand Finals when we get back. All right, and hello, we're back. See? I told you. Thanks.
You were not sure.
I wasn't. But okay, we just got confirmation that, yeah, if herO wins this, we go to a second best of 3. If INnoVation wins, then it's all over. So there was the classic winners advantage. I don't know who we're waiting on for this to go up. This is the major downside to a party, I suppose.
Yeah. herO asks why he doesn't want to play second best of 3.
You might be asking, why is this not starting as well? I don't know.
That's a good point.
Okay, well, Wardy. Oh, Wardy. Maybe he went AFK after accepting the first one, like we've done many times, to go BRB after you like accept the lobby invite type thing.
Awkward.
Awkward indeed, because we gotta wait for Wardy. Oh, or just kick
no.
him from the party. Feels bad, man. Okay, well.
All right then.
Oh, there's an interesting Reddit PSA that I guess is worth noting. Reminding everyone to cancel your SC2 Pro League Twitch subscription. Pro League's dead. And I guess they are not going to go around trying to cancel everything on their end. Probably just grab whatever few bucks people are throwing at them. So if you guys are subscribed to Pro League, like it's not coming back. It is gone forever. So make sure to go to your subscriptions tab, manage it. Don't waste that $5. Use it on BaseTradeTV instead, or your other favorite broadcaster. Just use it on someone who's actually doing stuff. That's not shots fired. It's just the fact the channel's not going to be operational anymore.
Correct. I think something else did that. I don't remember what it was. Oh well.
Loading into the game. Man, I saw this tweet that got retweeted from a live saying he's looking for a team, and I went to his profile. That's why J-Dong has a photo. J-Dong's in the photo, and it says, "I'm still single," with a captain's hat on it.
Huh.
Oh, silly J-Dog. All right. We're getting into game number 2. Confirmed at this point. If herO wins this 2-0, we will play another best of 3 afterwards. But looking to bring it back and not let it go that far. In the bottom left side of Overgrowth, we've got the blue Terran player, INnoVation.
In the top right is the red Protoss. He is herO.
Smoking Loud 631 in chat says, I turned off ad block, but I still don't see ads. Is it because I have Amazon Prime? And the answer to that is yes. I'm not sure why so many people aren't aware of this, but Twitch Prime, Amazon Prime, as well as Twitch Turbo, both give you ad-free viewing. But the best part is, and this is where it really benefits your broadcasters that you're watching, is you will count as having watched the ad. So that 1/10 of a cent type thing will still go to us, which is nice, as if you had watched the commercial.
Yeah.
Logistics X in chat, by the way, says hello from Alberta. It's always nice to see another Canadian in chat. Hello from BC, my good sir. Hope you're enjoying the show. herO comes across the map with a pretty quick probe, though, and is probably going to proxy. The location screams Stargate.
Yeah. Sometimes I hope for Robo. They made an appearance for like a month every like 30 games, but it's almost always Stargate. And this could be followed up with that Mothership Core. Submarine Score's done. Something that herO did try before in their last best of 3, and it failed 2 out of 3 times, I do believe. Yeah. The one time it worked ended up not getting him a win anyway. I mean, it straight up canceled Command Center, but that wasn't accompanied by the Stargate, which is the real trick.
Well, with how close it is, my question is whether herO's going to dive right in. A lot of times we're seeing 3 Oracles be like the new way to handle Stargate play against Terran. You know, you use that Mothership Core, the Pylon, the Adept to kill a couple Marines so that your Oracles have nothing to oppose them. But when you've got it this close to the base, getting it in as quick as possible is sometimes just the better option. Speed winning out.
Yep. Other Reaper's going to try and do as much damage as possible, and he is preparing for the Pylon rush for the bunker. Oh, the SCV knew!
I'm not sure if the bunker is going to cut it, though. I guess the Mothership, of course, not going to be here for high ground vision, so sniping off the SCV might be out of the question? No, he's going to get with the Adept. That's annoying.
Very unfortunate with the Command Center. If the Adept hadn't one-shotted it, I do wonder if it would have finished.
Yeah, 70 out of 71.
Wow.
So the bunker does finish. Overcharge pops off. The SCV can't repair it. The damage from an overcharged pylon is quite high. He's going to try and salvage it. Looks like he will not get it in time, though. Denied, and now that's 100 minerals in the hole for INnoVation.
Yes, it is.
Oracle
and the Oracle
comes in.
comes through here.
Ah, but the Widow Mine hidden behind the
whoa.
factory gets a fantastically life-saving shot.
Reach. Jesus.
That was a bit of a
Okay.
reach, but it was one he needed.
Supply block. And you lost the Command Center. As I was saying, on Overgrowth last time, this did damage, and INnoVation didn't care. He still followed up in 7 minutes with a push that herO just could not defend.
Well, he busts through the front pretty easily. I think he knows because of the Widow Mines he can't get much more done than this, so I like that he's not, going into the mineral lines with the Adept. In fact, he's rushing back home because there's a very annoying Reaper picking up a probe or 2 over here. herO has not dealt amazing damage with this, though. This looked pretty gross from the start, and if you're a Terran, I'm sure you're already balance winning, but this actually didn't go so great for our Protoss. I guess that's not true either. He did actually force a cancel on the Command Center. It's being built on the high ground. He did stall out and supply block a little bit, but this didn't kill INnoVation like I think the intentions were with the proxy Stargate being where it was.
Yeah, if it's proxy to Stargate as well, the intention is almost always to kill it. Well, at least 10 SCVs rather. If not, just straight up end the game. And INnoVation's going to do his counter drop now. He should still be going into what is going to be that tank push. It works so effectively last time he lost his Command Center on the same map. And herO was doing the exact same thing. He went for the... Well, I don't know if he went for the Stargate, but the point is he went for Phoenixes eventually. And Adepts. And the Phoenix just could not lift up those tanks, even though that was their #1 job.
Man, I really wish Medivacs could pick units up that were floating in the air, kind of like a hot pickup. Like, it's like a cinematic thing, right? Like the Marines flying from the sky, the ship turns sideways briefly to catch it in the cockpit, and then like straightens out again afterwards. No, did you say Hot Pocket? I'm hungry now.
Yeah.
That's a real mean thing to say, Zombie Grub. It's a real mean thing to say to me right now. I never went to go get food during that game like I had intended to either.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to solo cast one of these.
Yeah, but now we're in the finals and it's a bit too late, so I'm just gonna deal with the tummy grumbles for the time being. I am not a kitty cat, thank you very much.
I wasn't as cute as it would be to a cat. That was more like a baby.
Oh, Cybergub, who are you kidding? You're always cute.
Nope, nope, that's not even true. That's not even close. That's not even like 25% true.
I think my compliment was pretty sick. Oh. Actually, it looks more like a question mark than like a sickle.
Oh, I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like sickle cell disease?
Yeah, that's it. I was like, hey girl, you look like sickle cell disease. What's up? You want to come home with me later? You want to be patient zero in this catastrophe?
Dear Lord. That's a great pickup line for Zombie Apocalypse.
Hey.
So.
No, isn't your segue anyways?
No, now it's gonna be so. The follow-up was not tanks. It was Widow Mines, and for herO, he added on, I believe, a few more gateways than he did their last Overgrowth game. He did get a third base, and he was trying to protect it. He had decent production, it just still wasn't enough. INnoVation not going for tanks, I don't know if that'll necessarily stop the power of his push, but it'll make it a different type of push.
Shoutouts to Maddie76 for the new sub. Big love. Oracle manages to escape the clutches of the Marines, but man, this is quite the army size moving out. And if herO had like 1,000 minerals banked, ready to warp in a ton of units right now, I wouldn't be so worried for him, but he's got nothing, Zombie Grub. This is a huge army coming his way.
He's gonna have 8 gateways, Resident Glaives, and +1, but I'm not sure that's gonna be enough. INnoVation, if his Widow Mines actually do what they're supposed to, might just still win anyway.
The Warp Prism heading towards the main might get a bit of SCV damage done, but it's not going to matter if INnoVation focuses on this side. I really truly feel that, especially with the Widow Mines, he'll end up taking this. He's a little bit worried because of the Mothership Core having so many overcharges. There are 3 pylons ready to go, but he's got to bait them now.
He's going to go for it. If the Widow Mines get any shots at all, it's going to be so worth.
Oh.
They're not, though.
A lot go down.
herO.
Problem on the other side of the map, though, production won't deal with this. He's waiting on those Liberators, and maybe Liberators siege up and hold this, but this is bad now for INnoVation for a lot of different reasons. He's going to charge right in. He picks off the Mothership Core. The Pylon's still hammering away at him. The Phoenixes are shooting away at the Medivacs, and he's picking up what's left. This game, I think, is going to go to herO.
I think so. Math Adept did it. GG.
Oh, but you know what, guys? INnoVation is just the nicest guy, because he knew that if he lost, we'd get another best of 3 with them, and he wanted to show off just a bit more. So we do have another best of 3 coming up. The bonus best of 3. Not what a hungry guy wants to be telling you right now, but this means we're going to have herO versus INnoVation one more time to determine where all the money goes. Again, $1,400 for first place, $400 for second. There's a difference of $1,000 for winning and losing this next best of 3. We'll see you guys in a couple minutes. Thanks for watching.